Before any relationship, you have to love yourself enough to be able to walk away. If not, it's just going to become a toxic situation.
Bro, toxic. Toxic. I don't even know what word. You're just crazy.
Hypervigilance. Anxious attachments are sensitive to changes in their partner's behavior, leading them to interpret small actions as rejection. But wait.
So if he does any small little things, you're gonna interpret that and you're gonna create a thought in your head and you're gonna go crazy on him. What a mess. Huh? Look at this beautiful girl. She's been traumatized and she's a crazy woman.
Too much. Attack. Get a Q-tip. I'm not too mad about it. Back to the point, they might preemptively act out, thinking that they're saving their feelings. For example, lashing out about a text that's taken out of context without allowing your partner to explain themselves. If you come across a situation like this, stop yourself before you lash out and think, is this worth throwing away the relationship over even if I'm wrong? Because you never know which bad fight could end something.
Why are you lashing out over a text? Why? People have no peace, huh? Pure hell, man. Pure hell. What a mess. Listen, if you get a text, we're gonna have an opinion on it. We're gonna get mad over a text. If she says something you don't like, okay, that's it. She's looking for an emotional reaction, and when you can understand that's what women feed off of, you will let it go and let God take it away from you. But to get rid of it, you have to go and forgive your mom and dad. You have to. Because they're the one that did this to you. And by you forgiving them, you're going to be able to let go of it. And you're going to start seeing things so clear. So clear. You will be surprised. You're going to see the evil things that people do in this world, just so they can control you and get an emotional reaction from you. It's astounding. I'm telling you.
A little bit more blush because I don't like the way it looks. If your nervous system is suddenly telling you that something's wrong, think to yourself, am I being irrational right now? Your partner walks through the door and seems upset. Think about what situation they might have just encountered. Imagine coming home from a long day at work. You're very obviously upset. And instead of having a space to decompress, you walk in being bombarded with questions like, are you mad at me? Did I do something? The person might not have done anything wrong. You're still going to be annoyed because you just had an awful day. We're all human and we all do things that we regret. It's up to you to fix these behaviors.
Or if your husband walked through the door, or your wife, and she looks some type of way, have no opinion on it because you have no idea what's going on. She just said, oh, think about the day that they have. Think about, you don't know what happened. So why are you going to go in your thoughts? The devil's going to let you think you know what's happening. And then it's going to tell you to go do something. You're going to go do it. And then snap again. Now you think it was good in the start. And now it leads you down a path to where you're going crazy on him or he's going crazy on you, which none of you should. But guess what? For the purpose of this video, yes, of course you guys gonna be emotionally driven. You shouldn't be, but most people are. So emotionally driven, now you have a fight on your hand, which you should never fight with your woman. If she wants to fight, let her fight with herself. Let the hell come through her, and you just sit there, watch it, and just laugh at it. Because what else can you do? You're going to go fight with her so she get an emotional drag from you? She's going to use it against you? It's going to be like two women fighting. What the? You know who she remind me of? You remind me of this story in the Bible of when John the Baptist. So she would be a representative of the woman in this story. So imagine her, right? She was married. She's with your brother-in-law, and then she divorced you to marry your brother-in-law for policy reason and for politics, right? She divorced him, right? And John the Baptist, which is an advisor to the king, said, it's not lawful for you to sleep with your brother's wife because she divorced his brother to marry him. And because he said that to the king, she ended up having a grudge against John the Baptist. And she's going to plan to kill him, right? She couldn't figure out how to kill him. So she convinced the king to have him locked up and put in prison. That did happen. Now, here comes the king. he's throwing a party like for his commander and generals, right? Just a party, enjoyment. And the king daughter, that would be this woman's kid, she's dancing, and because she danced so well and pleased his commander and his general, he said to her, I promise you, whatever you need, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Even if it's half of my kingdom, I'll give it to you. She's like, ooh, she run to her mother, which is this woman. Crazy, right? Look how crazy women are. Run to her mom and ask her mom, what should I ask for? And she said to her daughter, ask for the head of John the Baptist. And she went there and said to her dad, I want the head of John the Baptist on a platter. And because the king gave his word, right? And his official and generals are there, he couldn't deny it. But he chose not to. He ordered the guy that does this work to go to the prison and behead John the Baptist and bring it on a platter. And it did happen. And he gave it to the daughter, and the daughter took it and go and give it to her mother. See how wicked people are? Especially women. She held a grudge because she left his brother and married his brother-in-law and now married to him. It's not lawful in the eyes of God. And because he said that, she has a grudge against him. Because it's true. Isn't that interesting? Never listen to a woman. Anytime you listen to a woman, you will suffer the consequences. You're the man you're meant to lead. Don't take on a woman that won't listen and can't follow instruction. She's going to be prideful, egotistic, all these other things. And she's going to open up your home for destruction to come in your home. Because these women are just like women in the Bible. Read the Bible and you will see all of these things coming from a mile away. You won't take advantage of like this because you will have discernment.